watch out, that your skin can bring you so much pain. Now I hear you say, you got the best of both ways. Won't you come and take a walk in my shoes and tell me if you take my place? Undercover of my skin, I've heard all your names. If it's all the same, I'll keep on walking. Undercover of my skin, I've heard all your names. If it's all the same, I'll keep on walking.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Shoe Geeks, hosted by Inside Running Podcast. Today is a very special edition because we're joined by two of Mizuno Running's most knowledgeable expert employees. Firstly, we have Susan Ayoko Suzuki. So welcome, Susan.
Thank you.
I have here that you're the running footwear product designer at Mizuno?
Yes, I'm a product planner, yes. At Mizuno, yes.
Okay, great. And we're also joined by Shunsuke Aoi. And Shunsuke, running footwear product designer also.
Yeah, so now that. Yeah, so I'm managing all the planning team of running footwear.
Oh, okay. So you are the head honcho.
Yep.
I might just ask a little bit about your background, Shunsuke, if that's okay. So how do you find yourself at Mizuno?
Yeah, so this is my 14th years of Mizuno. So this is my first company. And I worked, long time in footwear department. So first I joined the footwear department as the football planning designer. Yeah, and so I made a lot of models for the football soccer World Cup in the past. Yeah. And 5 years ago, I joined the running team.
Okay.
And so I made a lot of models in the running category. And so this year we just launched Rebellion Pro.
Yes. So you would have joined Shunsuke 2017, yep. The running team at Mizuno?
2018,
2018, and that was right when the Vaporfly just hit the market from Nike.
Yes,
so you were starting to see some changes.
Yeah, so when I joined the running team, so the running market, especially for the speed category, has been changing dramatically. Yeah. Every single year, every single season, every single month. So we saw the updated technology from each of the brands. So that was a very interesting situation for me.
Yeah. And did you have a lead role on designing the Rebellion Pro?
Yeah, I'm not the designer, so I'm the planner. So I cannot draw the design, but so I lead the product team. So including designer and the developer and some other team members.
Okay. So the concept of the Rebellion Pro, how was that developed? Was it one particular idea that someone had?
Yeah, that's right. So when we started the Rebellion Pro development project, so as I said, so the speed market is changing every day. And we started this development from scratch. This is not the updated model based on the previous model product. So this is a full total renewal product.
Yes.
We started from scratch. And after a lot of discussions, so we found that lightweight, good fitting, and the strong energy return is very important for the speed runners today. But if we focus on that three element, the new super speed shoes from Mizuno will be very similar to other competitors. Yeah. Then we were seeking something different from competitors. Of course, that is important for the runners. Yeah. Then one day, one of the development member brought this Spring Spike, into the meeting room. Then he was a good runner. He was an elite level runner. And when he runs 5K in the track surface and the road surface, same distance but different running experience. Yeah. Then the time was faster on the track surface. Of course, a different surface, different the direction, a lot of curve or circle, or and just going straight or something.
Yeah.
But the biggest difference was a spike or running shoes. Yeah. Then so now, as you can see in the behind of my screen, so we have a great history in track and field spike. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of expert, we have a lot of know-how regarding how to run fast and short distance. So we thought, so there are big opportunity to create the fastest running shoes based on track and field spike. That was the beginning of this new shoes.
Interesting. Yeah.
That's really interesting. I had I think what struck me and everyone that sort of saw this shoe floating around the internet before we finally got a pair, which was great to get a pair to try, but was the geometry, the midsole with that really beveled rear foot, which I can say is, some models have very subtle versions of this, but nothing like this. Is this what you're talking about with trying to get this distance shoe more like a track spike with getting people onto the forefoot?
Yeah, so actually the geometry of the shoe of Wave Rebellion Pro is very unique and different from other super shoes. So actually the form, the shape of this shoe is coming from this. Mm-hmm. This geometry is coming from track and field spike.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. And we added this foam material and the track and field spike. This is Rebellion Pro. Yeah. So we created this shoe not from the running shoes construction. So this is a cushioned type of sprint spike. So we can call this like this. And probably how to cut the heel was what we considered a lot about this development. So we created a lot of prototype sample, like this. This is a very first stage of Rebellion Pro. So this kind of things. Yeah. But
very cool.
Yeah, this was too aggressive. Yeah. So
and
we brought.
How did you determine it was too aggressive? Did you what percentage of your development came from runner feedback, subjective runner feedback versus lab results? Like, did you do any running economy testing?
Yeah. So we do everything. Yeah. So running economy test and the lab test. And of course, the runner feedback is very important. So we, Mizuno, we are contracting to the many elite university runners in Japan. And I brought the sample to them. So I got the feedback from over more 100 or 150 elite runners regarding these kind of sample. And of course, I got a lot of feedback from the overseas runners. Then, so when I brought this sample to the runners, they were surprised with this shape. And actually, we can get the weight saving with this construction, but that was too aggressive for them. So not stable and something too different from the running shoes. Then we updated like this. Or this is the second stage sample, still separate. forefoot and midfoot. Yeah, so different from the final version.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was cutting. The geometry is probably almost same as the final version, but still cut out it, and the midfoot and the lateral side is also cut. So this was, some runner felt very good feedback on this, but some runner felt a little bit unnatural feeling when the landing phase. Because most of the runners run from the lateral side and go to medial side. Then, so we finally brought this shape as a final shape. But actually, we made 15 type of sample.
Wow.
To reach out to the final version. So
Okay.
this was a little bit, not a little bit. This was a bit different with our standard development process. But we know this is special model. So now speed market is very important for running market. So that was a reason why we invested a lot and spent a lot of time of development.
During the feedback testing, did you find that runners with a specific gait pattern or say a midfoot strike versus a rear foot strike gave better feedback about the shoe? Did one category like the shoe more than others?
Yeah, actually, we got the feedback from not only from the forefoot and the midfoot strikers, but also the heel strikers. And from the heel strikers, some of them got good feedback on this geometry. So they usually hit the ground from the heel, but with this shoe, their foot angle will be a little bit arranged like this. Then they feel smooth, natural geometry and running and the kicking phase. But some very aggressive, too much heel strike runners, this is not natural. Some heel strike are good, some heel strike are bad. So this time we focused on basically on forefoot and midfoot runner and some of the heel strike.
When you mentioned that some of the heel strikers transition a little bit further forward, was there any risk to loading the calf or Achilles more for that runner?
Yeah, there was some feedback. So some felt good experience only short distance, but some felt good experience even if it is long distance. And basically, our geometry is made for saving energy. Yeah. So when runner run on the ground, so usually we have the space between the shoe bottom and ground, because like this. Yeah. But so we filled this space with miso material. That is our new geometry. So this is coming from track and field spike. And at the sprint race, we use starting block on the start. So we have starting block on this shoe. Always have starting block. And this starting block is not made with metal, made with very soft and responsive material.
Yeah.
So every step we can feel starting block made with bouncy material. Then actually we can save the calf muscle load at least 16%. This is calculated with our laboratory. So we can save the calf muscle load with this starting block, then save the energy. So the sprint runners can use that saved energy for their final sprint at the marathon race. Yeah, that is a benefit for using this shoe and the marathon race.
I have to say that was the biggest surprise I had when I first put this shoe on, was expecting it to really work my calf and Achilles. But as soon as I started running it, I could feel that it wasn't going to be the case. And I think it is because of just how, like you're saying, filling in that gap, filling in the midfoot region with so much foam. You can feel it.
Yeah. I've got the seamless experience. I currently do workouts in all sorts of super shoes, and almost without fail, I get sore calves after a hard session, except with this shoe. It's the only shoe that I don't get calf soreness with. It's quite
So runners like a lot of runners are a bit nerdy. They like stats. Do you have any stats for us in regards to the percentage improvements either against economy versus your previous racing shoes or other market leading shoes for this Rebellion Pro versus others for running economy?
Yeah, regarding running economy, so we did the test with our previous model, and I cannot mention the specific percentage, but so we found that improved running economy with this shoe. And actually, so the feedback from runners, so once they use this shoe for 1 month for their speed training, so after that, so when we switch the shoes to the normal version, so they feel a huge calf muscle growth. So that is one of the feedback I got some runners. So anyway, saving energy of calf muscle growth make a big difference in their running experience.
What's the fastest marathon that someone's run in this so far?
So far, not world record.
Not yet.
Unfortunately. But now, a lot of athletes are planning to, preparing for their next race. So in Japan, so now it's a marathon race season. So we have Osaka Marathon in next, end of next month, and the Tokyo Marathon in the March. So probably so some of the runners will use these shoes at the marathon, and we hope we can see new record.
Yeah.
Personal best and national record, and something.
The feedback that we've had in store, because I own a running store, with this shoe, we just released the shoe not long, a few days ago, and it fits quite short. Have you had that feedback globally?
Yeah, that's globally. Yeah. So I got feedback over more 100 or more 8 runners, and 40% or about 50% runner will be size up, half size up. Yeah. So this is coming from this one. The track spring spike is a little bit shorter and a tighter fitting. So based on this shoe, we made this shoe. That is a reason why the sizing is a little bit shorter. But now we are making Rebellion Pro next version in the future season. In the future season, we will improve the size for the usual running shoes. Yeah.
Okay. What other little changes are you making to the new one?
Yeah, new one. One thing I can say is more aggressive.
Ooh.
Yes.
A different degree, different cut.
Yeah, that kind of. So as you can imagine, from the world of aggressive.
Yeah. Fair enough. Do you have plans on making a lower stack version of this shoe for shorter distance?
Yeah, the AR plan. So that's one of the options. And smooth speed assist technology, so we call this efficient geometry. So we will utilize this new technology for several type of running shoes. And next year, so we are planning to use a little bit slower pace version. Yeah, this is made for mainly for high speed training and high speed race. But so we can make it for the longer distance a little bit, tempo run, the kinds of training version. Yeah, and in the future season, we have a lot of variation, the options of this technology. The lower stack version is one of the options, but some other options are working in our headquarters and laboratory.
Will we see are you working on currently a distance running spike with this sort of technology?
Yeah, that's right. So distance running spike is very important category for the elite athletes. So now we are working on that.
Do you have one out? Do you have one out at the moment, or is it still in development?
In development.
In terms of with the speed assist and the newer foams and that sort of stuff.
That's right.
Okay, Tom. Any more questions for Shinzuki about the Rebellion Pro?
No, that's good. We got a good rundown.
Yeah,
I think so.
Interesting to hear to hear all the lab stuff. I'll be at Osaka Marathon wearing a pair of these next month.
Yeah, thank you. We expect a world record or something new.
Yeah, not by me.
To break the Australian record.
For you.
I won't be.
Everyone has a possibility. No limits.
All right. Thank you, Shunzuki. Let's have a chat with Susan. So, Susan, would you mind just giving us a little bit of a rundown on your background in footwear and with Mizuno?
Okay. Yeah. The Mizuno is my first company, same as Shunsuke. And this is actually typical for Japanese culture. And my actual name is Ayako Suzuki. But Ayako is really hard to pronounce for English speakers. So I have my own nickname, which is Susan, coming from Suzuki. So that's why I have a name of Susan in front of my name. Yeah. And I've been working for Mizuno almost 13 years right now. Then in footwear, running footwear, it's been over 7 years right now. Yes. And before that, I learned running culture in the United States for 2 years inside of Mizuno. Then I come back to Osaka, then start my current job. And then now I'm in charge of a training footwear, like a Rider Inspire, those shoes globally. Yes.
Yeah. Interesting. They're the core range, I guess, are they? They're the Mizuno Rider Inspire. It's what we know Mizuno from. They've been around so long.
Yes, the first Rider launched in 1997, and we kept the model for over two decades right now. Yeah. Actually, quarter century. Yes.
Okay. And when you came onto the projects, the Inspire and Rider, what were the directions? What was the direction that the brand wanted to make with those shoes?
Okay, so Rider and Inspire are the very important model for us, of course, and that the model, we embody our philosophy of the running, which is a smooth running experience. So we always focus on the transition from heel to toe, very smooth transition. That's what we want to deliver with the people, with the running shoe. Yeah, so that's always the most important thing with our shoe. And how to improve the experience, the transition experience is always the challenge for us. And that's what we are working on for every season.
It's interesting you say that, because in store we get to put the shoe on a lot of different people every day, and perhaps one of the criticisms of those shoes in the past has been a little bit slappy because of the firm, stiff plate. But the new versions, they're the best they've ever performed in store, like by a mile. They're one of our biggest shoes now in the store. We stock multiple widths, multiple colors, and it's probably been the biggest contrast from one model to another. So we're certainly enjoying the Rider and Inspire, the Rider 26 and the Inspire 19. And what do you credit that success to?
Okay. Firstly, we always listen to the tester's voice, the feedback, and we always do the best we can do with the season. And the last few seasons, we launched a new material, which is Mizuno Energy, the soft and more rebalanced material. So how we combine with the wave plate is the challenge, and that's the key of the product. So we spent almost like 2 years to develop the shoe. And the Rider and Inspire, we don't change the concept much, but we need a lot of improvement during this development session, and how to make it more smoother is always the effort we are working on.
Right.
So, Susan, we see it seems like across the market, there's a lot of brands are softening their shoes. The midsoles are becoming softer, and we're seeing different ways as well that brands are using stability elements in their shoes. How is Mizuno? How have you balanced that trade-off between softness and stability in these models?
Okay, so because our shoes, the most iconic function is, and the component is a wave plate, and that's what what's our shoe more unique compared to the others. And by reinforcing the wave plate, changing the shapes or the thickness, we can add more support to the shoe. So we can soften the shoe with new forms, but we can adjust the stability element with the wave plate. So talking about the Rider 26, we changed the wave plate, and we added more like a 3D geometries midfoot area to reinforce the wave plate, the stability. Also, we raised those shells, height of the shells, a little more to make the shoe more supportive. So we try to see the balance of the cushion and the stability.
Yeah, so that's been important for us, because we see the brands come out, and even what we consider their safe or mileage shoes are becoming very flexible, very soft, maybe only last 400 kilometers before they're very compressed. So it's still important not to get too carried away with that, and that's maybe why the Rider is so good. Like, it's soft, but it's still torsionally rigid. Yeah.
Yes.
We like it.
I'll be interested in your thoughts on because I'm a podiatrist, so I see lots of injured runners coming into the clinic, and rightly or wrongly, a lot of them may attribute either a cause or to fix an injury that they may have had. And historically, it seems like running shoe brands have focused on reducing running injuries via their footwear models. Is Mizuno still kind of really focused? Is that a big sort of, is it more about the experience, or is there still a big focus on trying to reduce like running injury risk with these training models?
That's actually a good question. So, the market is changing at this moment. And, some people believe the feeling is more important than the biomechanical element. But, in the reality, runners still get injured with the training. So we are trying to see the balance of those two elements. So now we are testing both, and we want to fulfill those two elements together. So we also checking the biomechanical point, and also checking the runner's actual feel of the shoe. That's
Right.
right now.
No, that's good. That makes sense. Yeah, it's a bit of both. Is there anything particularly that you look for with the biomechanics that you can give insight to with what you might look for with trying to minimize injury risk?
Still the pronation stability thing is very important for sure. I think it's very old thing, but people still believe it might affect to the running injury. So those tests we always do with the new product testing. So we put a lot of markers on the body and measure the a 3D movement of the body and how our shoe and the knee rotate when people run. So that's we always check and see our body move work properly with the new shoe.
Yeah. Cool.
Mizuno seems to not get sucked too far into the trends. I can't remember a minimal shoe during the craze 10 years ago from Mizuno. And I haven't seen any of the maximal Hoka style, like big rockers either. Do these concepts get discussed by Mizuno in meetings, or do we just stick to the values of the brand and the traditional concepts?
We always see the market, what's going on in the market. So actually, we launched a little bit of the minimum shoe before. And,
I didn't see it.
And we always check the thick shoe from the other brands as well. Yeah. And we always seek the opportunity, but we always come back to what our brand wants to achieve with our shoe. So the smoothness is always the key of our brand. So we always bring the topics from the market, discuss, and which way we should go. And maybe we are a little bit conservative, but that's after the discussion always. And we reached to that decision.
Yeah, I think that's why we like Mizuno. We know what we're going to get from a Mizuno shoe, generally speaking, whereas some other brands change things so quickly. There's no consistency model to model. And so it's hard to keep a loyal customer. But the rider, like the Mizuno customer in our store, is probably the most loyal customer of any brand that we have. Yeah. So just one more thing is when we've visited Japan in the past, we see a lot of runners train in almost like old school racing flats that are very low stack. And we see on the start line these tiny little racing flats that we've never really seen in our country before. Is that still the trend, even with the super shoe era? Is it still a trend for the Japanese runners to wear the low profile shoes?
Maybe that's the
basically the situation has changed in this 3 or 5 years. So Japanese elite runners wrap the specific very thin sole and the right way and the fitting, so like barefoot. But now they felt the benefit from the thick midsole and improvement material. So now the situation has totally changed. But now the top of the top athletes is using the mixing both type of the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Then for race day, they use the thick racing shoes to get the benefit from the thick new midsole material, more bouncy and proper there forward. But for their training thing, so sometimes they use the thin midsole version to train themselves. So sometimes too much benefit for every day is not good for the training purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So now they are using mixing type of shoes, several types of shoes for their training.
Very interesting. It's very interesting because I was thinking to myself the other day while I was jogging to my session in my low profile trainer with my big extra thick session racing shoe, and it was the opposite of what I used to do, jogging in the thick shoe and then and then session fast in the thin shoe. So it's almost gone the other way around. And I like that. I like still doing the variety, but now, it seems like in Japan, and I'm kind of doing that as well a little bit in that way. It's good. Variety is good, I think.
Yeah. For recovery, they use max cushion shoes, and for the usual training, the thin midsole, and speed training and race day, the thick midsole. That is now the standard type of use of the shoe.
Yeah. Okay. Tom, do you have any more questions for Shunsuke or Susan?
I don't think so. I'll probably think of something once we finish the call. But no, I really appreciate you guys chatting to us. You're very generous with your time and information. That was really good. I don't think I have anything else.
Thank you so much for your invitation.
Yeah, that's a good opportunity for us.
I look forward to seeing the more aggressive Rebellion Pro.
Yes.
Please keep it secret. Yeah. Just say aggressive. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.